Hi guys! So today what I want to review are the two new foundations by The Ordinary. One is a serum foundation and one is a coverage foundation, which is full coverage, and this one's a little bit lighter. So actually I've had these for about a week now and I really wanted to test them out before writing a review. So about a month ago I stumbled across a Wayne Goss video, who I love. He's amazing. So he had basically tried out these foundations and he claimed that they were possibly some of the best foundations he's ever used, they're pretty big words coming from him because he uses all the high-end products. So I really just had to test them out. So when I went to go buy them, I mean, they ended up being $6.90. That's amazing. That's almost even cheaper than some of the drugstore foundations. I do not use drugstore foundations, but when Wayne Goss recommends something that cheap and says it's amazing and on par with high-end products, I just have to try it out. So I went and I ordered them, and it literally took me a month to get them because they stopped accepting orders, I want to say a day after I placed mine. So it took a month to get them, but I finally got them. So I spent about 3 days testing them out and just making sure that I didn't have any breakouts or anything else that happened. So I did want to share the results with you guys. So let's take a look at day one. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is put on some primer because I already have moisturizer on. So we're just going to prime the face. I'm using the Smashbox Photo Finish Foundation. You know, everybody's go-to. And I always just put it on with my fingers. So, got one little pump. And I like to dot my face. I know everybody has a different way of putting their foundation on. There is never any, well, there are wrong ways of putting it on, I'm sure, but do whatever makes you comfortable, you know. Okay, so now I'm just blending my foundation with the Beauty Blender, just blending it all the way through, making sure everything is evenly coated. Okay, so that's one layer, and I am going in with a little bit more just for a second layer, especially in this areas that I feel like may not have gotten enough. My neck. Unfortunately, a couple of weeks ago, I woke up to use my Beauty Blender only to find out that it had grown mold after only a month of use, which is pretty tragic considering they cost $20. So I did have to kind of cheapen out and get a Sephora brand $5 sponge. So this is kind of a new testing out phase for me as well with the sponge. See how well these work. If they work great, then you know, they're $5. Okay, so this is the finished result. Right now I obviously don't have any other makeup on except for my primer and the foundation, but this is 1.5 pumps of the serum foundation, which is the light coverage, and I'm really happy with it. The color I chose was, hang on, 2.1P, which is medium with pink undertones, which I think is matching me pretty perfectly right now. Okay, so it's the end of the night now, and this is what my makeup looks like. I'm actually pretty happy with it. I think the serum foundation is a success. So as you can see, day one was a success. I really did love the serum foundation, which is, sorry, picked up the wrong bottle. This one right here. Again, I have color 2.1P, which is medium coverage with pink undertones. I really loved it. I think it's probably equivalent to using something like MAC Studio Water Weight, but with a little bit more coverage. So it's actually, I thought it was better. So let's move on to day two. All right, so let's move on to day two, where I tried the coverage foundation. Okay, day two. So today we're going to be trying the Ordinary coverage foundation. So this is the full coverage foundation. Let's see how this goes. So I've already applied my Smashbox Photo Finish primer. So we're just going to go ahead and apply the foundation. I did about a pump and a half here because that's how much I used last time. So let's see. Oh, this feels much thicker than the last one. So I'm dotting again. I know everybody has a different way of doing it. That's how I like to do it. So now we're going through and blending out our foundation again. Just keep blending, just keep blending, 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 blending. Yeah, I know, I sing terribly. I do have to say that I think I prefer my Beauty Blender though. So as you can see, this is a little thicker than the Serum foundation. It's taking a little bit more blending. I don't usually wear full coverage foundation, especially on a daily basis. So I really love the Serum foundation, but I'm already feeling like this maybe a little bit too much for me. What I may end up doing is what I usually do with my foundations, which is mix it with my Caudalie Beauty Elixir, just to get a little bit of a more dewy look. So we'll see. I won't do that today, just so we can see how the foundation itself holds up on its own. Okay, so this is the finished product after I'm finally done blending, and surprisingly, I didn't think I would like it while I was blending it out, but I actually like this as much as I like the Serum foundation. So I guess just to test to see if it holds up as well. It blended out really nicely. It is full coverage, but it's not feeling heavy on my face at all, which is really great. So let's see. So my final thoughts on the two foundations. I do think I preferred the Serum foundation. It was lighter, it just blended out really nicely. I think it looked better. With the full coverage foundation, I really liked it. It sat nicely. It looked great at the end of the day. I actually did end up falling asleep for about 3 hours at night without meaning to. And when I woke up, my face still looked perfect. But that's also why I don't have an after video for how it looked later in the night, because I accidentally fell asleep and I didn't wake up until 4 a.m. Oops. But anyways, some thoughts on the full coverage foundation. It does have a more yellow tinge. I am wearing it today, and I don't know if you can tell. It does kind of make your skin look a little bit yellower than normal. So I still love it. I think it's great. I mixed it with my Caudalie Beauty Elixir today, so I'm actually really liking how it's looking today. I still think that if I were to recommend one, I would recommend the Serum foundation. But you know what? Get both. It's going to cost you a grand total of $13. It's not a big deal. I think with shipping, it came out to $17. So try them. See how you like them. I like them. They're a hit. Success. Go buy them. It's a wait list. You're on the list now.